Welcome to video 2, Making an Estimate in Costing 360. In this video, we are going to make an estimate of a single component part. In doing so, we will explore the features and functions of Costing 360 and discover the benefits of the system. The session will cover component selection and how we collect and document manufacturing data. We will create a cost estimate of a single component, considering all the relevant processes. In doing so, we cover the use of process cycle time calculations and consider the QOF output standard. The product we have chosen is taken from an industrial gearbox teardown. We are going to consider the top cover plate. As a teardown, we do not have any manufacturing drawings or production details. The estimate has to be made using the component only. We have measured and weighed the component and documented the data on a standard data collection sheet. This is our starting point for the cost estimate. We can see, from its construction, that the item is an aluminium die casting. For the purposes of the exercise, we will assume it is grade LM25. The cover measures 140 by 140 mm, is 9 mm thick and weighs 146 grams. As in video 1, follow the link www.costing360.com. You get to the login page. Enter your email and password and click on Login. Click on your team icon. I am again using 360 Training Team for this video. We need somewhere to put our estimate, so we will create a new project. Click on Create New Project. We will call this project Training Module 1, and it is a single component estimate. We see that Training Module 1 is now in place. Click on Training Module 1. Click on Create New Estimate. We now complete the component details. Part name, part number and description. We select the supplier from the drop-down and select the supplier location. We can select in what currency we want the estimate reported, and we decide what profit and sales general and administration we wish to use. We select 10% profit and 15% SG&A. Finally, we can upload an image of the component. Click on Choose File. Finally, we can upload an image of the component. Click on Choose File. And the image is uploaded. Scroll down and click on Create. The estimate framework is now in place. It is ready for us to populate it with the materials and processes and so on. Now let's scroll down, and we see where we begin the detailed cost estimation. The component has no child parts or procured parts. However, it has raw materials and processes. Let's add a raw material. Adding our raw material. Click on Add Raw Material. Select Material Category. Metals non-ferrous. Select Material Type. Aluminium. Select LM25. And select Cost. We know the net usage is 146 grams, and we have a 5% scrap rate. This gives us 153 grams gross usage. We now have our material cost. Click Create. And we see our raw material cost in place in the estimate. Let us now consider the manufacturing process. From inspection of the component, we have concluded that this component is manufactured using pressure die casting. There are two aspects of this process, which we need to understand. What size die casting machine do we need, and what is the manufacturing cycle time? In order to help us answer these questions, we use a side calculation. I will use a third-party calculation module. I will select the module for die casting. Here we enter the component parameters, the dimensions, the weight, and the number of tool cavities we are proposing to use. The press tonnage and the cycle times are calculated and displayed. We use these figures in our estimate. So let's add the die casting process. Operation number 10. Description: pressure die casting. Facility category: metal casting. Select the manufacturing facility. Facility type: pressure die casting. Supplier location: this defaults to Germany. We know from our side calculator that we need a 209-ton press. So we select the 2000 kilonewton machine. We will assume single shift working. Now we need one person to set the machine up, and we know that should take 2 hours. We are assuming a batch size of 300 units. Using one operator. We have previously calculated a cycle time of 53 seconds. And we now have our process cost. Click Create and the process is in the estimate. We now see the completed estimate. The process, materials, and overheads have been rolled up to a final component cost. We can export the estimate as an Excel workbook in QOF format, with the costs broken out by child parts, procured parts, raw material, and process costs. Brought together as a cost summary. We have now seen how to create the estimate. On the way, we have used a standard data collection document, added raw materials costs, used a third-party cycle time calculator, and created a process cost. We have completed the component estimate and output the completed estimate as an Excel workbook. In video 3, we will be looking at adding data to the system, adding suppliers, and using different supplier locations. We will look at the implications of different exchange rate versions to better manage your historical estimates.